very much, Gary. We'll talk with you later. QRZ from Kilo Charlie 4 Alpha 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 South Station.
Kilo Papa 4 Tango Radio.
Kilo Papa 4 Tango Radio, go.
Thank you very much. This is Kilo Papa 4 Tango Radio Stroke Whiskey 4 from Tampa Bay, Florida. Name here is Ramon. Romeo Alpha Mike Oscar November. You're about a 5 and 7, 57. Over. Okay, Andy, very well, very well. Thank you very much for the QSO. I was kind of surprised to see that 20 meters is open at 2:23 in the morning here in Florida. I'm actually located in Tampa Bay, Florida, even though I have a Puerto Rico call sign. I'm actually KP4TR Stroke Whiskey 4, and wow, you're doing pretty well. I'm actually operating a remote-controlled station. I'm actually controlling the radio over the internet, so station is actually about 6 miles away from the apartment I'm operating it from. Over.
Oh, very interesting, Ramon. I guess that gives you the opportunity to put up a more substantial antenna, but yet live in a more close environment with your neighbors.
That is correct. I actually live in an apartment, so it's actually impossible for me to install anything. I live in a third story apartment, so impossible to put anything here. But a couple miles away, I have a QTH where my kids live, and that's where I have my towers and all my radio set up. So this is experimental. I've only been using it for a few days, and up to now, I've had pretty good results with it. Over.
About 1 kilometer away from the Kenwood TS-2000 transceiver, and the transceiver and amplifier are in a dedicated building for the radio down here at South Pole, and so I get the joys of looking at a flat panel screen and control the radio with the mouse. Not quite as fun as having a real radio, but it does work. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, very well. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I opted to set up my station the way I have it now. Prior to this, I used to have a ham radio deluxe with Skype, and that's how I was operating my station, but it just wasn't fun. At least now with the control panel in front of me, and the microphone, at least it feels more like I have the radio in front of me. Of course, I prefer to be at the QTH where the antennas are, but at the moment that's impossible. But at least this gives me the opportunity to do a little DX there, Andy. So very well. You said you said your transmitter's about a mile away. So are you using like something like Ham Radio Deluxe or TRX Manager? Over.
KP4TR stroke W4. This is KC4 Alpha Alpha Alpha. You know, I don't really have a case for you. It simply says radio control program for the TS-2000, so it may have come with the radio. Go ahead.
Okay, it's probably software from Kenwood that came with the radio, and yeah, okay, perfect. Yeah, I do have plans to purchase that same radio, the TS-480. I currently am using a Kenwood TS-2000 with the RC2000 remote panel, which is what I have here in my apartment. Eventually, I'll be getting a TS-480 that allows me to have the panel here in the apartment and the body of the radio over at the QTH. In a couple of weeks, I'll be getting the 200-watt version, and I'll have both radios side by side, one for operating 4080 meters and local 2 meter. And the others operate 10, 15, 20, and 6 meters with the 200 watt version. Over.
Oh, very interesting. Okay, that sounds like a very nice setup. Well, I know the TS-2000 is not a bad radio at all, but I guess for remote controlling, maybe this TS-480 is a good one. I know talked to a few other people from here who have been using them and seem to like them. So anyway, okay, Ramon, thank you very much. Going to pick up a few more stations here, and we'll turn it back to you, and I guess say 73 for now. KP4TR, stroke 74. This is KC4AAA. Go.
Okay, Andy, very well. Thank you for the interesting QSO. And before you go, which part of Antarctica are you at the moment? Which part, over?
I am at the South Pole. I am 200 yards from the geographic South Pole of the planet. Go ahead.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, that's very interesting to know. I didn't realize, I thought you'd be on the outer edges, but didn't realize you were down in the center of the Earth there, or the bottom of the Earth. Okay, that's good to know. Have a good one, Andy. Very interesting QSO. And 73s, and hope to catch you again soon. Kilo Charlie 4 AAA. This is Kilo Papa 4 Tango Radio Stroke Whiskey 4 from Tampa Bay, Florida. Have a good one, 73s.
Okay, Ramon, very good. Thank you very much. And your signal came up to about an S5 on the last transmission there, so getting a little stronger. Okay, Ramon, we'll talk with you later, 73.
All right, thank you, and have a good one, 73s.
Okay, QRZ from Kilo Charlie 4, Alpha, Alpha, Alpha.